Good evening. I'd like to call to order the St. Charles City Council meeting for Monday, March 18th, 2024. Susan, will you please call the roll?
Besner?
Yes, here.
Weber?
Here.
Sokaitis?
Here.
Folk?
Here.
Bongard?
Here.
Munns?
Here.
Lencioni?
Yes.
Gem?
Here.
Petrilla?
Here.
Wirball?
Here.
Thank you. Tonight's invocation will be given by Alderman Lencioni.
Thank you. Please join me. Dear Lord, please be with us as leaders, as neighbors, as friends, and help us to grow as a community and navigate the challenges before us. Amen.
Amen. Alderman Fultz, will you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Please join me in the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. I have two proclamations this evening. The first is with a group that I think I've spent a lot of time with already, and I'm going to continue spending a lot of time with because we have some more events planned. It's the St. Charles Women's Club, and they're celebrating their 100th year anniversary. Whereas the St. Charles Women's Club is an organization of service and community-minded individuals who support children, parents, and families in the Fox Valley region. And whereas the first meeting of the Young Mothers Club was held on December 1st, 1924, Dr. Edith Lowry, the founder of the group, felt that mothers needed education to provide the proper guidance and physical care of their babies. The name of the group changed to the St. Charles Mothers Club in the 1960s, and it remained until 2017. And whereas the focus of the group started with infant care and widened to include school children of all ages, the St. Charles Women's Club continues this tradition today through an annual high school scholarship and holiday food and gift program in which grocery store gift cards and presents are given to local families during the holidays. And whereas, because of the generosity of their members and that of the community, the club has awarded the Sherry Costello Scholarship to numerous women throughout the years so that they could return to school to further their education and would have some financial assistance to attain their goals. And whereas the St. Charles Women's Club has made countless donations to local charities that have a family and child-focused mission, and members have logged countless volunteer hours to local nonprofit organizations. And whereas through the actions of the St. Charles Women's Club, communities are improved, friendships are built, leadership skills are developed, and business contacts are made. More importantly, the lives of families and children within our community are positively affected by their efforts. Now, therefore, I, Laura Vitek, the Mayor of the City of St. Charles, along with the St. Charles City Council, do hereby proclaim the 100th anniversary of the St. Charles Women's Club and do hereby commend the past, present, and future members of their progress of service to the city and the surrounding communities. So I know that we talked about at the ribbon cutting, you're close to 100 members and your 100th year anniversary, and I applaud all your efforts because we've talked a lot about all of the work you do in the community. And I know it helps organizations like Lazarus House and others in St. Charles. So thank you for that. So I do also want to mention that Jamie Munns, one of our aldermen, is a member as well. So appreciate the work you do, Jamie. And I'll bring Lori Smurs up and whoever else from the club would like to come on up. And then we'll do, after Lori says a few words, we'll do a photo opportunity.
Thank you, and thank you all for being here. I actually have been a member of the club since 2011, so now I'm going on like year 13. And I'm not the longest standing member of the club. We have Candy Ferrantino, who is here. She, I think, ekes me out by an extra year. And one of the reasons I joined was to be a giving part of the community, and I know all other close to 100 members have done the same. And through giving to the community, we've formed friendships and bonds that have even lasted beyond some membership. So not everybody stays, people change, they move, but we still stay close, which is why I think I've stayed a member for this long. And even though we've had a name change, we were the St. Charles Mothers Club for over 90 years because I had put together the 90th proclamation. And then in 2017, we became the St. Charles Women's Club to be more inclusive to the women of the community as well as other communities even. So we have members even from, South Elgin and Bartlett, which is really nice that we, extend our boundaries. So, and I also want to point out that Norma DeMar is, I know her through my husband who has taught at St. Charles East. I know other people here have known Norma, and I know many of you also, moms, were also part of the St. Charles Mothers Club, Mr. Lencioni. So I would bet that a lot of us have ties to the club in one way or another. But Norma was somebody I met, again, through my husband, but then I knew she was a longtime member. She was there when numbers were thin and getting low, and she wanted to make sure that the club survived. And just so proud to be able to tell you that we are close to 100 members now. So appreciate that. And we also have a Norma DeMar Award that is awarded at the end of each calendar year for a woman has shown dedication to the club and the community, and et cetera, et cetera. That's all.
Well, congratulations. Well, let's applaud. And now I'd like to bring the group up for a quick photo, if we might, right in front of all the older people. Mr. Horney.
This group is growing. Yeah. My day. And it went down from there.
Oh, so do we. So it's all good. We have a second proclamation this evening, but I'd just like to give the ladies a minute so they can, I know they have a meeting to get to.
Thank you.
See you later.
Our second proclamation this evening is Vietnam War Veterans Day on March 29th, 2024. Whereas over 8.7 million Americans served in the armed forces during the Vietnam era from 1964 to 1973 and represent a generation who exemplified the very meaning of courage, bravery, honor, and sacrifice. And whereas more than 3.4 million were deployed to Southeast Asia and approximately 2.7 million of those served in the Republic of Vietnam. And whereas on March 29, 1973, the last American troops were withdrawn from the battlefields of South Vietnam, thus ending one of the longest conflicts in our nation's history. And whereas of the more than 58,000 U.S. service members who have made the ultimate sacrifice in combat or remain missing to this day, nearly 3,000 were from Illinois. And whereas the Illinois Vietnam Veterans Memorial located in Oak Ridge Cemetery in Springfield, Illinois, was dedicated in May 1988 and lists the names of Illinoisans who died or are still missing. And whereas approximately 7 million U.S. veterans who served on active duty during the period of the Vietnam War are currently living in America and abroad. And whereas the service and sacrifice of all veterans who served on active duty in the U.S. Armed Forces at any time from November 1st, 1955 to May 15th, 1975, regardless of location, including personnel who were held as prisoners of war or listed as missing in action, and their families should be acknowledged. Now therefore, I, Laura Vitek, Mayor of the City of St. Charles, Illinois, do hereby proclaim March 29, 2024 as Vietnam War Veterans Day, and I encourage all citizens to participate in associated events that honor Vietnam veterans on this day. I appreciate Deanne and Chris being here today, and I know they're going to come on up. I know that St. Charles has a very strong veterans community and very active participation activities. The City of St. Charles certainly does participate in those activities as well, and I have a father and two grandfathers who served. Mr. Weber is also a veteran, so we do appreciate his service, and I know that making sure that we honor days like this is very important. So I appreciate you reaching out and being here today, and I hope that you'd like to come up and say a few words. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Dan Carlson, and I'm the regent of Elias Kincaid chapter of the National Society of the Daughters of the American Revolution. All of the daughters of the American Revolution can find their heritage all the way back to someone who was a patriot in the American Revolution. So we are a very patriotic organization. In addition, our mission includes supporting education is a very strong initiative of ours, and we do local scholarships here in the area, in Batavia, St. Charles, and all of the other communities that are right here along the Fox Valley River. We have also a strong historic preservation effort and have done some historic preservation here in the city, I think, and are always looking for opportunities. So if there is a historic preservation thing, feel free to reach out to me. And then finally, and maybe most importantly, we have a really big heart for the military, for all of those who have served in the past, for all of those who are serving today. We do a lot of things to support them. And I really appreciate the mayor with this proclamation, and I hope that you all find a way to support veterans in your community. Thank you.
Okay, moving on to the omnibus vote, Alderman Besner.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'd like to make a motion to approve the omnibus vote.
Second.
Moved by Besner, seconded by Wirball. Do we have any comments or questions? Susan, please call the roll.
Besner?
Yes.
Weber?
Yes.
Kulkaitis?
Yes.
Folk?
Yes.
Bongard?
Yes.
Munns?
Yes.
Lencioni?
Yes.
Gem?
Yes.
Petrilla?
Yes.
Wirball?
Yes.
Thank you. We do not have any old business. Under new business, we have a few items. Item A is a recommendation from me to approve the appointment of Jamie Moran, and Jamie is here this evening, to the Historic Preservation Commission. Jamie Moran is here tonight, and she's filling the vacancy on the Historic Preservation Commission left by Margaret Kramer. She's an architectural project manager for Recreation Equipment, Inc., and has a Bachelor of Science in Interior Design from Minnesota State University and a Master of Architecture from Iowa State University. So we're happy to have you here and with us on Historic. Thank you very much.
Move for approval.
Second.
Moved by Wirball, seconded by Petrilla. Susan, please call the roll.
Besner?
Yes.
Weber?
Yes.
Kulkaitis?
Yes.
Folk?
Yes.
Bongard?
Yes.
Munns?
Yes.
Lencioni?
Yes.
Gem?
Yes.
Petrilla?
Yes.
Wirball?
Yes.
Thank you. Item B is a recommendation from City Clerk Nancy Garrison to appoint Marjana Sheets as Deputy City Clerk. And Marjana is here this evening. She's next to Susan, and she will be with us in our City Administration Office, so we're very pleased to have you. Thanks for coming and look forward to all the work you're about to do. So I need a motion.
Move for approval.
Second.
Moved by Wirball, seconded by Lencioni. Any comments, questions? Nope. Susan, please call the roll.
Besner?
Yes.
Weber?
Yes.
Kulkaitis?
Yes.
Folk?
Yes.
Bongard?
Yes.
Munns?
Yes.
Lencioni?
Yes.
Gem?
Yes.
Petrilla?
Yes.
Wirball?
Yes.
Committee reports, government operations. Alderman Weber, anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Government Services, Alderman Bongard, anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Planning and Development, Alderman Lencioni, anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, at this point, we will take public comment if there is any. No? I do have a couple of comments to put into the public record on IEMEA because we have been having quite a few residents come, and there's been a lot of questions on this from the general public. So just as a reminder, our contract with IMEA is coming up for renewal. This is the Illinois Municipal Electric Agency. We have until next spring to decide whether or not to renew the contract. And since we have time to evaluate our options before any decision is made, City Council is beginning a series of discussions about the contract at the upcoming Government Service Committee meetings. The first of these discussions will start on April 1st with a special Government Services Committee meeting here in Council Chambers following City Council and our regularly scheduled Government Ops meeting. We encourage public participation. At that meeting, City staff will begin to share, this will be Director Sir, background on IMEA, information about the St. Charles Electric Utility, and our overall contract timeline. And then after that, subsequent discussions will take place at regularly scheduled meetings, and these will be through the Government Services Committee meetings. But we'll make sure we share reminders for the public on social media and other channels of city communication. Okay. Also, I know Chief Keegan ended up in the front here tonight, so appropriate. The Police Department just completed their annual off-site assessment and document file review with CALEA, that is the Commission of Accreditation for Law Enforcement Agencies, last week. They're happy to report that they were in compliance with all CALEA, correct? I keep saying that right. I know all these acronyms, standards, and will remain in accreditation status until their on-site review next spring, followed by an appearance and testimony at the Fall Conference in November 2025 in Jacksonville. Eric Mahan and the entire PD staff really did a great job during this process, and they are without current staff that handled this process, so we appreciate the extra added work and holding us to the standard. So thank you, Chief. I do not have anything else. Does City Council have anything? Staff have anything? Okay.
Motion to adjourn.
Oh, thank you. We don't have an executive session.
Second.
So save me.
Second.
Moved by Munn, seconded by Petrillo. Susan, please call the roll.
Posner?
Yes.
Weber?
Yes.
Sokaitis?
Yes.
Folk?
Yes.
Bongard?
Yes.
Lund?
Yes.
Lencioni?
Yes.
Gem?
Yes.
Petrilla?
Yes.
Wirball?
Yes.